We're making great desserts you can make with your kids this holiday season. Because, you know, this is Chef John Slattery from ChefJohnSlattery.com. And you know, because you have kids, they like decorating stuff.
They do. And they like eating sweets. And, you know, at the holiday time, it's okay.
If you can combine those in any way.
And then if you make easy enough recipes, sometimes you can get them to help you.
If you pray, ask Santa, can my kids help me for Christmas?
Right, maybe.
Just maybe.
But something. But I did decide today to showcase two simple, a cookie and a brownie recipe that only have 5 ingredients, and some of the ingredients are the same, even the frosting. Each of the 3 things we're making, they only have 5 ingredients, real simple to put together. And then we can decorate them and make fun Christmas trees or other shapes with our as we go.
Those look cool. We're going to get to this. We're going to show you guys how to make this, and your kids can make that, so they can go, wow, I didn't know I could do that.
Right.
That's so cool.
The first one we're going to make is an easy 5-ingredient brownie. So the brownie recipe calls for flour, cocoa powder, and sugar. Now, you can use either regular sugar or you use confection sugar because you just have to use a conversion. There's a little bit more convection sugar to the recipe. But that way, if you're going to the store, you can bulk up on certain ingredients and utilize them in your kitchen. As a personal culinarian, one of the things I like to do is try and utilize all the ingredients in my kitchen and really focus on, when I go in, what you need on your daily basis. And some of these basic ingredients can make some wonderful things. You can always have a better or a more fancy brownie recipe with lots more ingredients, but this one here, 5 ingredients, real simple. So I just incorporated the flour, the confection sugar, and the cocoa powder. And now I'm going to whisk together 2 eggs and the melted butter. And you'll be able to find the recipe with the measurements on massappeal.com.
You know it. MyMassappeal.com. We got you covered.
And so that, Dan, if you want to just stir these in, folding the batter together.
Oh, I got to do a little folding?
And when that comes together, that's the brownie batter. Done. Meanwhile, while he's folding that together, I have the confectionery sugar and butter for the sugar cookies creaming in the mixer. Creaming means to get the sugar and the butter nice and creamy whipped together, almost like frosting. We're going to add the vanilla and 1 egg.
Am I folding right?
You're folding perfect. You can go a little more aggressively over there. By the time you're done, just don't worry.
All right, I don't want to hurt anything.
And so to this, we're just going to now add the flour. Again, 5 ingredients only in these cookies.
Yeah, it's not that different. This one just has cocoa powder in it, and then that one.
Correct.
I'm going
to take over here for you for a second just to finish it up.
I was doing my best, but
we'll just fold those ingredients in.
Once you said fold, I got intimidated. I didn't want to fold it wrong.
So folding, split.
It's an ancient art.
And we're just going to put that brownie batter in here.
Pour it on out. Now, if you want, would people ever like add chocolate chips to this batter, or?
You could do all kinds of things. We're going to put that in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes at 350, and it will cut circles out of it to make our Christmas trees. Now, in that time frame, the sugar cookie dough is kind of soft and clumpy, as you can see. It needs to go into the fridge for about 20 minutes, and then we'll roll it out. So I'm going to do all that. When we come back, we'll show the cutting of the cookies and how to make the frosting.
Now, I know these are called the trees with that, and then we'll make the stacked version as well. I don't know what we're calling the sugar cookie stack. Is that a tree as well?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
they are trees.
Sure.
I mean, it's a stacked tree. It's cool.
You know, I use my child's eye artistic decorating abilities to put those together, and, you know, I think they come out okay.
We'll make the frosting. We'll try how to make them come out just as good coming up later with Chef John Slattery. Now, we are back with Chef John Slattery from ChefJohnSlattery.com, finishing up our sugar cookies to make with your kids. This is the fun part, right?
Right. We get the fun part. We're the frosting decorating. So while we were gone, that was a perfect amount of time. Our brownies finished in the oven. They come out really nice.
Oh, look at those.
And so you can use a cookie cutter and cut little circles, or you could have made the brownies as little muffin tins and used the little muffins when we get to making that. So here we have the sugar cookie dough that we chilled.
For about 20 minutes, you said.
About 20 minutes. And we're going to roll it out.
And one more time, why do we chill them?
Well, it would be too soft and fall apart. It's very soft. It's like soft Play-Doh. But by chilling it, you can work with it. And you would roll it all out. And then when you're done getting it to about 1/4 of an inch thick.
Oh, there we go.
Chill it for put it back in the fridge for like 5 more minutes, which I just did with that one.
So you put it back in the fridge when you're done. So two fridge strips.
Just so it's nice and cool while you're working with it, so your shapes come out really nice. For the Christmas tree, you need 3 circle sizes of different sizes. It's really nice if you happen to have a set of cookie cutters with all the different rings. But if you don't, you can always look around in your spice cabinet and look at the lids of your spices. I bet you find a couple you can use as your cutters.
That's a good tip, because I always thought I couldn't make cookies because I didn't have the cutters.
Right. Just as good as my cutters here.
But I do like cumin, and I can choose the lid for my cumin container.
Well, that might make the cookie taste a little strange. So I would say maybe this is a great upcycling use for when you empty a spice and you can clean it and then keep the lid.
Okay, clean it first.
Or cinnamon maybe in a cookie case you get away with.
There you go.
So you cut them out, place them on a sheet pan, and bake them in the oven at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. And we're just gonna.
You got more TV magic?
Yeah, well, timing being a little less. So then we
Good.
made these beautiful little round cookies. And so we're going to get the frosting going over here.
Now, does it matter if the cookies are crunchy or chewy as
Well,
far as frosting goes?
For this to stand up and be a platter cookie that could withstand traveling and stuff like that, you would want a crispier sugar cookie.
Right.
So
more
when they're
formidable.
properly done, they'll be just starting to brown around the edges and nice and white on top. And that'll be perfect. You can kind of hear them.
Little knock.
Yeah, so these are crispy ones for that cookie. The frosting is simply, again, 5 ingredients. We've got butter, confectioner sugar, vanilla, milk, and a pinch of salt.
Now, can you do that by hand if you don't own one of these beautiful bad boys?
You can. It's going to take a long time to get it to, you'll have to whisk it for a while. It'll eventually come together as frosting consistency. While that's coming together to make the white, I here have some green, Danny, that we can use.
Is that what you like as your holiday color?
Well, we're making trees, so I made green. Now, green is an unnatural color, so you have to use food dye pretty much. There are some natural greens, but they won't come to a nice dark green like Christmas tree green. So we have, don't be afraid, the recipe calls for something like 50-something drops of green and a couple drops of blue. But it takes 100 drops to make a teaspoon, so it's not a lot, but it sure seems like a lot when you're making it. So, Danny, we made the brownie bottoms, and we've got some strawberries that are cut like this. And we're just going to put the little stick for piping it, put it together with the stick.
Oh, I'm fascinated.
And you can hold it in your hand. And you can just, think you can handle that? Try one.
That is so much fun. Oh my gosh.
While he's doing that, the white frosting is almost done.
Can you guys see that? I'm going to do this. There you go. Oh, we're making a tree right now, huh? I mean, I'm trying to make a tree. I don't know.
And this is the great part. Do it with your kids. I mean, you're almost young enough to be my kid, Danny, so it's kind of along the same.
No. No. Maybe.
And so now we have the white frosting, and we would dye green. We got another little treat going. Cross-utilizing the ingredients. We've got these strawberries, so we're going to make strawberry Santas, too.
Now, should I throw some sprinkles on the top?
If you want, now you can
How did I
decorate
do?
with sprinkles. Well, I gave you the
tree
sprinkles over here.
Oh, there you go.
And then if you have OCD, I separated out some yellow ones and some brown ones. So you can put yellow ones on the top of a star and sprinkle colors around. Here we got a little yellow on the top. There you go, Danny.
Beautiful. Now do I just kind of remove it from the top?
Remove it and then set it on the tray.
There we go.
Good job, Danny.
Thank you very much.
And now you've got right here, now with the Christmas tree ones, let's put a bunch of green frosting.
Beautiful.
And then the next size circle.
And you stack that. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but I'll let you finish that up right there.
Oh, that's that one.
Look at that. You make that right with your kids. I know I had fun, so I'm sure you will too. And you can find the ingredients, and I'll do it right again on mymasspeel.com.